Thank you for this opportunity to talk about the World Housing Encyclopedia. So I'll first try to give you some background of the buildings and the earthquakes and how they have been interacting over the course of history. If you just go across the other end of Gujarat, that is the western coast, you'll find a city called Dholavira that used to be an ancient civilization, maybe around 5,000 years ago. They used to have a city in that locality, and you will see that there are a number of thick masonry walls, and those walls are still in place. And it turns out that region is still or has been seismically quite active, and yet those walls are there. There is at least one wall, that is thick wall, stone masonry wall, that has drifted out of plane, and some experts suggest that this is probably due to the earthquakes. So the point is that humans have been making houses to live and for other purposes for thousands of years, and many of them have survived different natural calamities, including the earthquakes. And different housing typologies exist all across the world. Some of them are more safe compared to others. So this World Housing Encyclopedia has been an effort running into decades, and there has been a lot of energy that has gone into compiling over 200 building typologies from across the world, across the continents, and depending on the available information, many of them also have the details on how such buildings performed during the previous earthquakes. Now, today, if you see the challenge in different parts of the world, a large number of countries and localities are affected by earthquake. The state we are in, that is Gujarat, the country we are in, that is India, and the continent we are in, it is notorious for very severe earthquakes. In 2015, we had a major earthquake in the Nepal region, and an estimate is that maybe around 1 lakh buildings collapsed during the earthquake. Now you have performances of such buildings recorded at one place in the World Housing Encyclopedia. Some common building typologies, for example, the ones that are made with mud, masonry, which are the most common material starting from your Dholavira. And these buildings are used all over the world because these are very natural to find, very natural to construct. And performance of these buildings have been not very great in most of the earthquakes. So World Housing Encyclopedia has also worked on the tutorials to how to enhance the earthquake safety of these buildings. At times, the areas that are affected, there the expert or the number of experts and expertise available on the front of earthquake engineering is very, very limited. The communication also remains a barrier. So one leg of the effort of the World Housing Encyclopedia is also towards translating the information, simplified information, easy to understand, easy to implement information that they have on earthquake safety into different languages that are spoken across the world. For example, currently I am leading the efforts towards the Hindi translation of one of the very simple booklets on earthquake safe buildings. So these are the kind of activities the World Housing Encyclopedia has been undertaking, and the hope is that it continue to work towards the enhancement of the earthquake safety in all parts of the world. The first example that I gave was of Dholavira, where you have thousands of years old masonry building. And masonry has been a choice of construction material throughout the world because it is simple to construct. You don't need any special formwork. The soil is available everywhere. Now there is a whole new building typology called confined masonry, and that has been used in Southern America, Northern America, Europe, and also in other parts of the world. And it has been shown that the performance of this building during the earthquakes has been great. These pieces of information were actually an inspiration, and today where I'm standing behind me, you have student hostels of IIT Gandhinagar, which are made of confined masonry technology. This technique is very simple to adopt, and much less technical analysis is needed to design these kind of buildings. These buildings that you see behind me and the buildings to the right of me, these are the large scale first example of the implementation of this building typology in India. So we didn't have a design standard. We took help of the national and international experts in order to construct these buildings, and it can be hoped that this experience leads to a wider scale adoption of this building typology across the country.